NFL fans. Um, this is a video I'm doing over this week's games after the Thursday night game with Buffalo kicking LA's booty. The Rams, like I said, they start a little flat, and it was too late. By the time they woke up, game was over. Um, Josh Allen was on fire, and he's gonna be they're gonna be a team to reckon with. I tell you, that Buffalo Bills team, they look sharp. They look good. Only thing I'd worry about with the Buffalo Bills, if I was a Buffalo Bills fan, which I like the Buffalo Bills, but I'm not a big fan. I'm a Chargers fan, but is he's running the ball too much. He's getting too many hits. He's a big guy, but that could derail your whole season if he continues to play like that. He got hit quite a bit, and there was a couple of hits that were pretty solid hits. So we'll see how he goes through the rest of the season. But I don't know. To me, it seemed like he was on fire. I mean, the guy was on target. The only real complaint that I would have if I was a coach or or a fan would be the giveaways they had. I mean, they when he threw the ball, and I can't remember the receiver who it was that just pretty much just handed the ball to the LA Ram. It was standing there. Um, but other than that, they had a game plan that worked well. Um, they did just about whatever they wanted to do, and completely dominated the game. And it's what I expected. I think my guess on that was 30 to 21, and they ended up winning 31-10. So it was kind of what I expected. Um, the Rams are going to be a team that's not going to have just a cakewalk to get back to the Super Bowl. They're talented, very talented, but teams are going to be ready for them, and they're going to there's the good teams like Buffalo. Huh, you winning last year's Super Bowl don't mean nothing to them. So, congrats to the Buffalo Bills. They played a good game, very good game, solid, strong, and Josh Allen could be your MVP of the season. Um, for the NFL. So looks good. So anyway, I'm going to get to the rest of the games, and I was going to save the Charger game for last, even though it's not the last game played. Um, and we'll start off with the Eagles and the Lions. The Eagles with Hurts and Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis, I think, is going to show why he was a first round pick. Um, I think he's going to be really, really difficult to handle. That Lions offensive line is kind of deficient, and he's going to exploit it. I think he's going to come unleashed, and the game will be a bit close, I think. And the only reason say it's going to be close is because Swift on the Lions side is he's going to get the ball a lot. Now, if he can get past the line of scrimmage, he's going to be hard to bring down. And I think that the screen passes, the dump passes are going to mean a lot to Golf. I think if Golf has that open and they take advantage of it, the game could, you know, turn into a decent game. I don't think that the Eagles are going to lose that game. They've got too much talent. They've got too much defense. So I'm picking the Eagles 24-17. And but I do think it's going to be a good game. I think there's going to be especially if Golf don't turn the ball over, it'll be a good game. Um 49ers Bears. Mhm. If this isn't a blowout, I don't know what is. I'll be honest with you. I feel bad for the Bears. The defense they have against the pass is the worst defense, and Trey Lance is going to just do whatever he wants to do. He's gonna be all throwing that ball all over the place, running it. Um, it's gonna be Samuel is gonna probably score 2 or 3 touchdowns. Kittle, if he plays, which he may not. I know he's got some kind of an injury, a groin injury, I think it is, and that may keep him out, but I don't think they're gonna need him anyway. This is gonna be a real blowout, like 34-16, 34-14. That's what I'm picking. 49ers in a blowout. Next game, Steelers, Bengals. This game could be interesting. I know that they're playing at the Bengals, at Cincinnati. However, Pittsburgh Pittsburgh's defense is good, real good. Um, they've got some players on that team. TJ Watt, um, and a host of others that is really gonna make this game interesting. I think that Najee Harris is probably gonna be carrying the rock for, carrying the team more than anything, and he can do it. The problem of it is if they can't slow the game down enough, Joe Burrow will probably go ahead and win that game. Now, it'll be tight. I don't think it's gonna be the 42 to whatever it was, 10 or 6 or whatever it was last year. That ain't gonna happen, I don't think, this year. I think it'll be a tight game, but Cincinnati will pull it out 19-13. So, good luck, Steelers fans. This this is gonna be a good season for you guys, but in the division that you're in, it's gonna be a little tough on you. There's some good teams in your division. It's really gonna be difficult for you to eke out some wins, in your division. Next game, Patriots, Dolphins. This game, I almost went for the Patriots, but and it's not because, you got the cheetah on the Dolphins side now. It was because of Mac Jones. Mac Jones is a good quarterback, and it depends on if they kinda turn him loose or not. If they turn him loose, the Patriots could possibly pull this game out, but I don't think that Belichick's gonna just let him go. So, I feel like that it's gonna be a little bit of a shootout, 28-24 Dolphins. That's what I'm expecting. Um, and gonna get a touchdown, so will the cheetah, I believe, and Tua may even rush for one. That's kinda what I'm thinking. So, that's my pick on them, 28-24, Dolphins over the Patriots. Next game, this is an intriguing game. The Panthers at home against the Browns. Now, Mayfield's really gonna have an incentive to win this game, and I think he's gonna win it. I think he'll win it. It'll be tight, probably the last drive of the game. Um, it's gonna come down to him, but the Browns, I just don't think they're gonna have quite enough to stop a very determined Mayfield. And Mayfield's got some magic. He does. He kinda if he doesn't get too crazy with the football, if he can stay consistent and, on target, he's not that bad of a quarterback. He's really not. He played hurt for the Browns all year and kept them kinda in it. So, um, I'm looking for the Panthers to pull this out, 24-20 over the Browns. It's gonna be a good game. Um, Ravens against the Jets. Here's another one. It's kinda like the 49er game against the Bears. Here's another one that's gonna be, Lamar Jackson's just gonna have a field day. Now, the Jets defense is not too bad, but I just don't see them being able to stop the running attack that the Ravens are gonna have. They're gonna run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, and then he's gonna throw it. And Andrews is gonna be open probably, you know, 2 or 3 times, big plays. So I I just I just don't see Flacco being able to pull the Jets out, even though they got a good running back. Breece Hall is good running back, but they're not gonna be able to keep up with Lamar Jackson. It's just going to be too much. 38-17 Ravens. So here we go. Um, a team that finally has a coach. Jaguars at the Commanders. This game is another tight game. And the reason it's going to be tight is Jaguars D. The Jaguars D against Carson Wentz. I think the defense is probably going to score a touchdown in this game for the Jaguars, and that could be the deciding point. I got the Jaguars winning 22-20, and I know Gibson's a good running back for the Commanders, but I'm looking at this Jaguar team is not the laughing stock that they were. Um, they have a head coach now, a solid coaching staff. They're not going to be just like a college team that you can run all over them, stomp them into the ground, and there you go. It's going to be a tight game, but I do believe that the Jaguar defense is going to show up, and that'll be the game that Carson Wentz is could if he don't um, could start his downslide because he needs confidence and he don't have a whole lot of it right now. So this could be a game that kind of has a snowball effect on the Commanders. We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, I got the Jags 22, Commanders 20. Packers Vikings. Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers. No Adams. Aaron, what are you going to do? Well, I think you're going to see a lot of AJ Dillon and Aaron Jones. I think you're going to see a lot of that. But that ain't going to be enough. I don't think it's going to be enough. I think Cousins is going to come out and he's going to be red hot. And you got, with him cooking and talking about cooking, you got, Calvin Cook. Oh, Devin Cook. Dalvin Cook. I mean, pardon me. Um, that team is going to roll with some points. They're going to have to because the Packers are going to score. I do believe they're going to score. This game is going to be a good game. It's going to be a tight game, but I believe this is kind of a sign that the Minnesota Vikings are going to start making that next step up. I got the Vikings 30, Packers 28 in a tight game, good game, but I'm going to take the Vikings on this one. Giants and Titans. I don't even have to talk about this game. This is going to be another stomp up in the ground. Ain't going to be close. Maybe the first quarter, but I kind of doubt it. I got the Titans 31-10. I mean, they're gonna run all over them. They're gonna beat the Giants up pretty good. Giants are in kind of a turnover mode, rebuilding mode, and it isn't gonna be pretty. That's just the way I see it. Hopefully for the Giants and Giants fans, they'll everything will come together for them, but I just don't see it. I really think that the Titans will dominate this game. So here we go into the later games. That is one too, I think. Anyway, Chiefs Cardinals. Now everybody seems to be discounting the Cardinals. Oh, the Chiefs going to win. Oh, the Chiefs are going to win. The Cardinals don't have any talent. Okay, but they got Murray, and Murray can make your team look foolish at times. He also makes some really dumb plays, and he'll put the ball up when he shouldn't, and expect his guy to come down with it in triple coverage. I've seen him do it, but if he runs the ball, if he can stay kind of healthy in this game, this is the first game. If he can stay healthy, he's gonna make the Chiefs regret they got rid of a couple of players on that defense. That's just the way I see it. This is going to be a good game, another good one. And I think the Chiefs are kind of a slow starting team in the beginning of the year. Their defense doesn't quite get it going. If that happens in this game, the Cardinals are kind of a fast starting team. They did it last year. They won like 10 games in a row. Then they started their losing streak, barely limped into the playoffs, and got their butts kicked. But if they can get it going, kind of like what I think will happen, Kingsbury will have that team ready to go. And the Chiefs tend to want to be a little slower starting. So if that happens, which I think it will, I'm taking the Cardinals 28, Chiefs 26. It's going to be a close game, but I think the Cardinals will eke it out. And the defense of the Cardinals will show up in this game. That's just what I'm saying. Um, you got you got the Watt brother there that I think is he's going to show that hey, he's healthy. He's going to make a difference in the game. Probably get 2, 3. I think 2 sacks is what he's going to end up with at a key time in that game. Kind of watch for that. Anyway, Cardinals 28, Chiefs 26. All right, Buccaneers at the Cowboys. Mm, mm. Could be a real high scoring game. It has kind of the makings of one. There are some good defensive players on both sides. The defensive line for the Buccaneers is pretty good. The defensive linebackers for the Dallas Cowboys are pretty damn good. So they have their pieces there. I just don't know if Dallas is going to be able to get Prescott going. If they can get if Dak Prescott can get it going and isn't throwing all over the place, if he's on target, kind of kind of in his groove, they'll eke out the win. It'll be an eke out. I mean, like 31-30 Cowboys. That's what I'm taking. Um, Very good game, and it's hard to count out Brady. This game could be 32-31 Buccaneers, but I'm taking the Cowboys 31-30. Monday night. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the Monday night game that I see it as Broncos Seattle Seahawks. I don't even think this game should be on Monday night. That's just my own opinion. I think there was a lot more games that could have been on Monday night. The Vikings uh, Packers game should have been on Monday night. Steelers Bengals game should have been on Monday night. But the Broncos Seattle Seahawks, come on. I mean, if Russell Wilson don't win this game, there could be a lot of losing involved in that team rolling down the hill um, in the regular season. And the Seahawks, they got Geno Smith. Come on, Geno Smith. Um, that's all they got. They 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 don't have a lot. They've got a good defense that has lost some pieces. So the defense is going to be interesting to watch. They know how to play against Russell Wilson because the head coach from Seattle. I mean, if anybody knows Russell Wilson, it's the head coach of Seattle. So that is going to be an interesting kind of a chess match. But at the end, I just see the Broncos being too much, and they should win 24-10. I had it 24-17, and then I got to thinking, I just don't see Seattle scoring that much unless their defense does it. I just don't see them scoring that much. So I got it 24-10, Denver Broncos. Last game that I'm picking, not the last game played, but the last game I'm picking. Chargers Raiders could have been a Monday night game. As far as I'm concerned, that could have been a Monday night game. This is going to be a indoctrination of the Raiders' new head coach on what the AFC West is all about this year. This AFC West is going to be tough. He's got a good team, but it's a whole lot to ask even of David Carr, um, to learn his offense in such a short period of time. So I see this being a Joey Bosa, Mac attack. They're going to be all over the place, and watch out for Joseph Day. Um, this defense for the Chargers is going to be lights out, and it's going to be a very lopsided game. Um, Maybe not so bad in the first half because I feel like the Raiders will have a little juice, but when it gets later on into the game, it's going to get rough on the 49 on the Raiders. So I'm looking at the Chargers scoring 38 points. I don't think the Raiders can stop them. They couldn't stop them in Las Vegas. The Chargers scored touchdowns, and I don't think you're going to see a need for the Chargers to go for it 6 times in a row on 4th down because they're gonna be 2 or 3 touchdowns ahead. They're not gonna need to do that. But the final score to me is gonna be 38 Chargers, 20 Raiders, and that'll be one game that the Chargers have in their hip pocket in their division, and hopefully they'll be able to get out of the game without having very many nicks and bruises, and get ready for the Kansas City Chiefs on Thursday night because that's gonna be really tough back-to-back games. Um, I'm more worried about that than I am the team they're playing against, m you know, the first game. I If the Raiders beat them up, which they could, if they get beat up a little bit, if the Chargers get beat up by the Raiders a little bit, that's gonna be really hard for them to come back in 4 days and play a, Super Bowl caliber team in the Chiefs. Now the good thing is we all know who the Chiefs have, but we'll talk about that after this game. This game with the Raiders first, then we'll talk about the uh, the Chiefs game, the Chargers Chiefs game. This is going to be kind of a tone setter for either one. If the Chargers by some reason if they don't win this game and the Raiders win this game, this is going to be a real boost to either the Raiders or the Chargers. Either one, whoever wins this game, that's a big leg up because you've got the Broncos and you got the Chiefs. So you're going to be playing them. Uh, that's some tough games. That's going to be some barn burner games. Oh man. Um, and this one could end up being the same way. I don't see it. I just don't. I think the Chargers are going to control this game. I think they're going to make this game a statement game for them. That last game of the season kind of burn them. The Staley is the head coach of the Chargers is still having nightmares over that game. So I don't think he wants to have that happen again, at least not against the Raiders. So I think that he's going to take care of business, and I think the Chargers, especially on their offense, they're going to light it up. I really see them lighting it up. Um, the running attack should be a lot better, and against the run should be a lot better. Well, that's what got their butt in trouble against the Raiders last year and a lot of other teams. So we'll see. This is a prove it or lose it. This is really what it's going to be. Either you prove you can play and win, or you're going to lose your ass. That's the way I see it. So we'll see how this goes. I really, I really have bought into Staley's way of playing, his game plans, and his motivation for the team is something that the Chargers needed. His aggressiveness, I do believe in it. I do believe in it. So if he goes for it on 4th down, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think he's gonna have a need to do it, where he did before. When you can't stop the run last year, you kinda have to keep the ball or you're gonna lose the game. So he tried to keep the ball. Won more than he lost doing that. Unfortunately, you're gonna run into that time that you need to be able to stop the run. Well, I think he's figured that out. I think he has the pieces to do it. We'll see. This is going to be a very, very good game, I think, as far as what we'll learn from both teams. Um, Adams and Carr, uh, I don't I don't want to discount Adams because he is a hell of a talent, and Carr has a pretty good arm. He is very competitive. Um, I don't think you can say that they won't get one touchdown because I think they will. I think they'll get a touchdown, but I don't see them being able to keep pace with the Chargers. The Chargers are gonna score. I believe almost every time they get the ball, they're gonna score a touchdown. Um, and that's gonna put so much pressure on Carr that he's gonna have to throw it. There comes your Bosa and Mac getting their sacks. So expect this game to start out a little rough and tough, and they're gonna test each other a little bit, but not too much. They're gonna just it's gonna be back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But I think in the middle of the second quarter, the tide is gonna start turning, and I because the Chargers, I just don't think will stop scoring. They'll just continue to keep scoring. The 20 points that the Raiders get could maybe the 20 points they get in the first half. That's how I kinda see it because the Chargers are gonna, I think, take the lead into the half, and when they come out in the second half, depending on whether they get the ball or not, it doesn't matter. When they get the ball, I feel like they'll score, and that's gonna put David Carr, in a real bad position. He's gonna have to throw it. And, against this defense that the Chargers have now, that's you may as well just sign it off, baby, because they coming. So, um, look for the Chargers to walk away with this one, and then we'll be looking forward for the Kansas City game. So, go Chargers, go Bolts, and, that's all the games I have to pick. 1-0 right now. Picked the, Josh Allen red hot Bills over the Rams, and they are red hot. Um, that's gonna be a team to watch for, guys. That team's good. The Bills, they really don't lack much of anything. Just don't turn the ball over, and they'll dominate you. So anyway, guys, have a good day. I'm signing off. I'm gonna make another video here, probably um, later tonight. I'll ship it out tomorrow. I'm gonna be kind of busy. I got to get some things done that I need to get done, and talk about tailgating a little bit. Kind of break it up a little. Um, oh, and by the way, something else I wanted to say. It's looking more and more like J.C. Jackson could play. So if J.C. Jackson plays, that's going to be huge for the Chargers, and it'll be kind of huge for the Raiders too. I imagine they're practicing like he is going to play because with him being able to do running sprints and stuff like that now with the boot off, I see J.C. Jackson playing. We'll see. It's a game time decision. So Staley does kind of, fall back on being conservative on those things and not putting a player out there before they need to be. He plays it safe. So he may hold him out. I don't think that's going to stop the Chargers from winning this game. It's going to make it easier if he does play, and you could see some pretty good play out of the defensive backs and safeties for the Chargers. Derwin James, if Jackson does play, Derwin James could have a field day on what he could do. No telling what he could do. He may get an interception or two. Who knows? This could be very, very even more lopsided the way that than I've predicted it. So we'll see. This hey, NFL is back, baby. This is fun. Enjoy it. Have a good time. I'm gonna send you guys um, a uh, a video here you can check out. It's kind of my favorite foods. I've got some people that talk to me about their favorites and stuff. We'll kind of throw that around and have a good time. If you get to go to the game, get out and go to the game. Get the kids out there. Get the family going. If not, man, it's time to partay. Get yourself some cold stuff. Kick back in front of the TV. Watch the game with some friends. Have a good time. NFL is back. All right, guys. You have a good one. I'll be talking to you later.